Welcome, and this is Magnus here, and it's been a while since I've done a live stream, but today's live stream is going to be a little bit special. Now, in the past, when I've done live streams, I've done different games that are commercially released, but this time I'm going to go a little bit nostalgic. Now, if you see my channel recently, I've been posting a lot of Shenmue, and I'm going to continue doing that because that's what catches my interest, but as far as my live streams, I'm going to still mix it up with a few different types of games, so you won't miss that from me. But on to today's subject. It's Street Fighter II Champion Edition, a hacked version. Now, a lot of people call it the Rainbow Edition. Now, the Rainbow Edition is also considered a hacked version, but there were several hacks that came out in the early 90s. Now, for long story short, before I start, and so you know what is going on here in this screen to the side of me, Street Fighter II was a popular fighting franchise that came out in 1991. It completely was an original game for the fighting genre and pretty much revolutionized that, not only that industry, but also the arcades, and reignited and reinvigorated the arcades. Hello Layla, I'm glad that you're watching and I hope that you enjoy this video too. So anyway, back to my point. Back then, it was very exciting to play these fighting games, but then when people were waiting for Street Fighter 3 after Street Fighter 2 had been out for such a long time, Capcom just updated Street Fighter 2 and came out with Street Fighter 2 Champion Edition, which was exciting because then you could play as the bosses and everybody loved that. But then you wanted to go a step further and actually get Street Fighter 3, but Capcom wasn't releasing that, and arcades were starting to slow down when it came for Street Fighter 2. Good night, Layla. I hope that you sleep well. My daughter's watching and she's about to go to sleep, so that's awesome. But regardless, back to my point. The owners of the arcades or pizzerias or wherever you had these shops, they wanted to reignite the people coming to the arcades because these arcades machines were earning a lot of money. So what eventually ended up happening is that you had hackers come in and start to modify the actual ROMs in the arcade machines for Champion Edition and came up with some interesting hacks that were very, very cool to play. Now, a lot of us kids, back then I was like 12, 13, we were like, oh, this is what Street Fighter 3 is. This is Street Fighter 3, even though everything looks weird and whatnot. But it was actually a very, very early, a release of what would inspire Capcom to release Street Fighter 2 Hyper Fighting or Street Fighter 2 Turbo, depending on how you played it. But I would say that this was a direct inspiration for Street Fighter 2 Turbo when Capcom released that because of all of these hacks. Now let's jump in and see if I can actually finish this game playing it like this. So here we go. Pop in my quarter. And let's start off playing as good old reliable Ken. He's a good guy. Now I used to play a lot as Guile in this version because you're about to check out how crazy this could get. I mean, look at that. Fill the screen with fireballs, an unbelievable amount of fireballs. It just was nuts. Ryu never had a fighting chance. And that's just one of the lopsided, insane hacks that this game had. The ability to shoot constant stream of fireballs. But now check this out. I'm gonna relax a little bit with the fireballs and try doing some other moves and seeing what modifications happen there. Uh-oh. I think he's gonna lay down the law against me. I gotta get out of this pit. I gotta get out of this pit. No! There's no way. And then there you go. You had a Shoryuken that could just pretty much cut through all that drama. Now watch this. Oh man. Yep, I could pretty much cut through the sky with this. But now I'm Chun-Li. Now I'm Zangief. Oh no! He beat me. But basically, there you go. By pressing the start button, you have the ability to change into any other Street Fighter character in a certain order. And then you continue the game as them. Not only that, but you could do special moves in the air. Now I'm getting my butt handed to me as Zangief, so I'm gonna switch to Guile. If I can, if I don't get completely destroyed. There we go. Guile has a pretty consistent, hard to beat Sonic moves, Sonic boom set. You just keep going, and he could just toss him out. And boom. The other thing about this is that the throw hitbox is modified, so if you try to do a throw when you're above the other opponent, you could actually just hit him with that. I lost on the first set of guys on Ryu. Let me insert another coin and jump right in. Alright, we're gonna jump back to Ken, and I'm not gonna mess around and try to show you guys anything. I'm actually gonna whip some butt here and cheat. Now, what's interesting is because you could switch characters, and I remember getting to the final boss. Damn. When you get to the final boss, Bison, you could actually kill him and then switch characters on the fly, so you can see a different ending from a character that you probably can't finish the game with, which was also interesting. But I'm about to finish Ryu because he put the hurting on me. Now the computer has a couple of extra powers which were very unfair. One being that when you're finishing them, or when they're actually, their energy levels are starting to drop, they can turn into any other character as well and switch it up on you, which was kind of crazy at the time. Alright, E Honda. Now look at, he could throw sonic booms while he does the charges, and he could teleport. The computer for some reason knew how to teleport. I could never figure out how to teleport if you possibly could, but there you go. He changed into Blanca. Boom, he had no chance. No chance. Now this is a really, really weird version, but as kids we used to play this and think this was Street Fighter 3. Super Street Fighter 2 had not come out yet when these hacked versions came out. And it just gave kids a whole new excuse to run back to the arcades and start playing Street Fighter. Even though obviously you would never play this. Oh no. This is not good. This is not, that's an unblockable, unstoppable. I mean, you could block all you want, but when he turns into Blanca like that, you're done. But this actually reinvigorated arcades because kids just wanted to not only fight each other in a whole different, oh crap, in a whole different way, but it gave Street Fighter a whole fire to want to play it constantly. Oh hell no. Oh no, here we go again. Blanca, I can't. Blanca is like an unbeatable character in this game. But let me see if I could switch it up. I mean, who should I use? Anyone want to suggest? No? No? Fine. I'm going to try Bison. See if he can actually beat the Super E Honda. Shoot. Now he could do the Psycho Crusher from anywhere. But of course it doesn't matter when you have Super E Honda pounding you to oblivion. Oh man. Come on. Come on. Oh, that's it. I can't. I gotta switch. Nope, Vega's not gonna cut it. Or maybe. Boom. Oh, come on! He turned into Ryu and just got me with a short Hadouken. See, now it's a completely different match. Back to... Oh, hell no. See, he can't do it. It doesn't last for him. He'll do it for a while and then mess up. So I'm just gonna spam him with fireballs until there's nothing he can do. It's over. Yeah, hard game to play, but looks like my video froze for some reason. You can't see me, but that's fine. I'm still here, still playing, still strong. I'll just stay there looking with a smile as I play and get my butt kicked. I don't know what... Come on, man! It's gonna be a hard, long-fought match. Alright, I'm gonna reset this stream, but I'll still continue to play. So hang on, bear with me just a moment because I'm kind of out of here. Hang on. Hang on. I'll be right back.